GCE O-Level Mathematics, Lecture 11, Percentage. Hello everyone, Dennis here. This video is brought to you by Ace with Dennis. Now, learning can be smart, not hard. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell notification button to stop missing out free lessons from me. Let's begin the lesson with the learning objectives of the lecture. In this lecture, we'll learn to 1. Express one quantity as a percentage of another. 2. Compare two quantities by percentage. 3. Solve word problems involving percentages greater than 100%, reverse percentages, percentage increase and decrease in quantities, discount, GST, and service charge. And lastly, percentage in a percentage. What is percentage? Percentage is a fraction with 100 as the denominator. Here are a few common examples. 100%, which means 100 over 100, which is 1. 75%, which means 75 over 100, or equals to 3/4, or 0.75 in decimal number. 50%, which means 50 over 100, or equals to half, or equals to 0.5. 25%, which means 25 over 100 equals to 1/4, or equals to 0.25. Conversion of percentage. How can we convert from fraction or decimals to percentage? Very easy. We just need to multiply with 100%. Here are some examples. 2 over 5. To convert to percentage, we just need to multiply by 100%. Then simplify, we get 40%. Similarly, negative 5 over 8 times 100%, which will give us negative 62.5%. 1 and 2/3. Before I want to convert 1 and 2/3, this is a proper fraction. So we have to convert to improper fraction, which is 5 over 3. Then we multiply by 100%, which gives us 500 over 3%, or equals to 166 and 2/3%. Notice that when we convert from fraction to percentage, it can be just a normal fraction, or a negative fraction, or a proper fraction. The steps are the same, just need to multiply with 100%. Next, similar to decimal numbers, let's say 0.389, to convert to percentage, just multiply with 100%. And to get a value, we just need to move the decimal point to 2 decimal places to the right. So for this case, this is 1, 2. So the answer is 38.9%. Let's look at another example here, negative 2.389. To convert to percentage, just multiply with 100%, and the answer is just moving the decimal point to 2 decimal places to the right. So 1, 2, and answer is negative 238.9%. Let's look at one more example, 58.4751. Just multiply with 100%, then we move 2 decimal places here, 1, 2. So the answer will be 5,847.51%. We also can convert from percentage to fraction or decimals. And here are 2 simple steps. Step 1, remove percentage sign, then divided by 100. Step 2, simplify or calculate where necessary. So here are some examples. 60%. It is equal to 60 over 100. Simplify, we get 3 over 5. So this is a fraction. Negative 15% equals negative 15 over 100. Simplify, we get negative 3 over 20. One more example. 212%, which means 212 over 100. Simplify, we get 53 over 25. And change to proper fraction, it is 2 and 3 over 25. Now, let's see how can we convert from percentage to decimal. So 80%, which means is 80.0 divided by 100. Then we move 2 decimal places to the left. So 1, 2, and the answer is 0.80. Negative 175.2%, which means negative 175.2 divided by 100. Then we move the decimal point 2 decimal places to the left. So 1, 2, and the answer is negative 1.752. One more example, 0.5%, which means 0.5 divided by 100. And now we move the decimal point to 2 decimal places to the left. So 1, 2, and add one more 0 here since there is no 0 here. And the answer will be 0.005. Expressing one quantity as a percentage of another. We can compare two quantities using percentage. One quantity will be set as a whole or a reference so that another quantity can be compared with it. For example, suppose we have two quantities, A and B, to compare. If we want to compare A to B, then B is used as reference and set as one whole. This comparison can be expressed in percentage as A over B times 100%. If you want to compare B to A, then A is used as reference and set as one whole. This comparison can be expressed in percentage as B over A times 100%. Let's see example 1. There are 32 students in a class. Among these students, 12 of them are boys. Find the percentage of A. Boys in the whole class. B. Girls in the whole class. C. Boys compared to girls. D. Girls compared to boys. So here's the solution. For A, the two quantities to compare are the number of boys, which is 12, and the number of students, which is used as reference quantity, and the value is 32. Hence, the percentage of boys to the whole class will be 12 over 32 times 100%, and the answer is 37.5%. So we can repeat the similar steps to answer the rest of the questions. For B, the number of girls is 32 minus 12. So this is the first quantity, and the value is 10. So to find the percentage of the girls to the whole class, so the whole class will be used as the reference quantity. So for this case, it will be 10 over 32 times 100%, and the answer is 31.25%. For C, percentage of boys to girls will be 12 over 10 because the number of girls is the reference quantity. So 12 boys over 10 girls. Multiply with 100%, and the answer is 120%. For D, percentage of girls to boys, and now the quantity of the boys are used as the reference quantity. So which will be 10 girls to 12 boys, multiply with 100%, and the answer is 83 and 1/3%. Example 2. The table below shows the mathematics test results of 3 classes of students. And here's the table. Which class performed the best? So here's the solution. You can see that the total number of students are different here for each classes. So it would be unfair to say that class 3 performed better as it has more students who pass, because the total number of students of class 3 is more compared to class 1. So we need to compare the performance in percentage as the total number of students is different among the 3 classes. So percentage of pass will be number of students who pass over total number of students times 100%. So now we calculate the percentage of pass one by one. Percentage of pass in class 1 will be 18 over 24 times 100%, which is 75%. Percentage of pass in class 2 is 26 over 32 times 100%, which is 81.25%. The percentage of pass in class 3 is 28 over 30 times 100%, and the answer is 93.93%. So from here, we can make a conclusion that class 3 performed the best because it has the highest passing percentage. Example 3. There are 175 staff in a school. 40% of the staff are male teachers, 44% of the staff are female teachers, and the remaining are admin staff. Find the number of male teachers, female teachers, and admin staff. So here's the solution. The number of male teachers is 175 times 40%, as 175 is the total staff in the school. So 40% is 40 over 100, and the answer is 70 male teachers. So we repeat the same process to find the number of female teachers, which is equals to 175 times 44%, as there are 44% of female teachers. So 44% is 44 over 100, and the answer is 77. The number of admin staff will be, just take the total number of staff minus the number of male teachers and the number of female teachers. For this case is 175 minus 70 minus 77, and the answer is 28 admin staff. Example 4. The mass of Mr. Lee is 75 kilograms and the mass of Mr. Kumar is 60 kilograms. Express A. The mass of Mr. Lee as a percentage of the mass of Mr. Kumar. B. The mass of Mr. Kumar as a percentage of Mr. Lee. Here's a solution. For A, percentage of mass of Mr. Lee to Mr. Kumar. So the first thing is you have to identify who is the reference quantity. So for this case is the mass of Mr. Kumar. Hence, the calculation will be 75 over 60 times 100%, and the answer is 125%. So to illustrate this quantity or this percentage 125%, let's demonstrate it on the bar model. So Kumar's mass is 60 kilograms and Lee's mass is 60 kilograms plus 15 kilograms. So the mass of Mr. Kumar is 100% as it is used as the reference quantity. So this is 100%. With the 15 kilograms will be the additional 25%. So we can say that the mass of Mr. Lee is 25% greater than Mr. Kumar. For B, the percentage of mass of Mr. Kumar to Mr. Lee. Now, for this case, the mass of Mr. Lee is used as the reference quantity. So the calculation will be 60 over 75 times 100%, and it is equals 80%. So to illustrate this percentage, we can show it on the bar model. So this is Mr. Kumar's mass, which is 60 kilograms, and for Mr. Lee's mass will be 60 kilograms plus 15 kilograms. Now, this 75 kilograms is used as the reference quantity, which is 100%. So the mass of Mr. Kumar is 80%, and it is 20% less than Mr. Lee's mass. So we can make a conclusion that The mass of Mr. Kumar is 20% less than Mr. Lee. Reverse percentages. Let's refer to example 3. There are 175 staff in a school. 40% of the staff are male teachers. So for this question, the total number of staff is given. We need to find the number of male teachers. To get the number of male teachers, the calculation is as below. The number of male teachers will be 175 times 40%, which is 175 times 40 over 100, and the answer is 70 male teachers. Or we can use the ratio concept where 100% is to 175. So 40% will be x. Then we form the direct proportion fraction. 100% 100 over 175 equals 40 over x. So x will be 40 times 175 over 100, which is 70. In reverse percentages, the number of male teachers is given and we need to find the total number of staff. Here is the question. In a school, 40% of the staff are male teachers. If there are 70 male teachers, find the total number of staff in the school. To get the total number of staff, the calculation is as below. First, we let x to be the total number of staff. So the calculation will be x times 40% equals 70. So 40% is 40 over 100. Then x will be 70 times 100 over 40. And the answer is 175. Or we can use the ratio concept. So for this case, 40% is to 70, 100% is to x. Hence, the equation will be 40 over 70 equals 100 over x. So x will be 100 times 70 over 40, and the answer is 175. After understanding the concept of reverse percentages, let's look at example 5. There are some pens in a bag. Given that 25% of the pens are red, if there are 42 red pens, find the total number of pens in the bag. Okay, here's the solution. Let x to be the total number of pens. So x times 25% equals 42. So 25% is 25 over 100. So x will be 42 times 100 over 25. And the answer is 168. Or we can apply the ratio concept where 25% is to 42, 100% is to x. Now we form the equation, which is 25 over 42 equals 100 over x. So x will be 100 times 42 over 25, and the answer is 168. So we can answer the question. There are 168 pens in total in the bag. Let's see one more example, example 6. Josh took 80 grams of sugar as a result of drinking a bottle of soft drink. He realized that the intake of sugar is 160% of the recommended daily intake by Health Promotion Board, HPB. How much sugar is the recommended daily intake by HPB? Here's a solution. Let x to be the recommended daily intake. So x times 160% equals 80. So 160% is 160 over 100. X will be 80 times 100 over 160. And x equals 50. Or again, we can use the ratio concept where 160% is to 80, 100% is to x. Then we can form the equation 160 over 80 equals 100 over x. Solve this equation, x equals 100 times 80 over 160, and the answer is 50. And now we answer the question. 50 grams of sugar is the recommended daily intake by HPB. Next, let's discuss about percentage increase. When one quantity increases its value from x to y, then increased value will be equals y minus x, where y is greater than x. Because the value increased from x to y, therefore y should be greater than x. So the formula for percentage increase will be increased value over original value times 100%, right? Or which is y minus x over x times 100%. Percentage increase can also be written as final value minus original value over original value times 100%. Do take note that if you get a negative percentage, it means the quantity changes in the opposite direction, which is the quantity decreases, not increases. Okay, now let's see example 7. Mr. Lee's monthly salary increases from $3,500 to $4,000. What is the percentage increase of his salary? Okay, here's the solution. The very first thing you need to do is identify which one is the original value and which one is the final value. So the salary increases from 3,500, so this will be the original value, to $4,000, so this one will be the final value. Now the amount increase will be 4,000 minus 3,500, which is $500. And to calculate the percentage increase will be just $500 over $3,500 times 100%, because $500 is the amount increase and $3,500 will be the original value, then times 100%. So the answer will be 14 and 2 over 7%. Therefore, to answer the question, Mr. Lee's monthly salary increases 14 and 2 over 7%. Let's see example 8, which is more frequently come out in exam, and also we can see quite frequently similar situations in our daily lives. Here's the question. A bookstore sold 520 books on Monday. On Tuesday, 15% more books were sold. How many books were sold on Tuesday? And here's the solution. There are two ways to answer the question. This is the first way. Additional books sold on Tuesday will be 520 times 15%. Okay, which is 15% is 15 over 100, and the result is 78. So the total books sold on Tuesday will be 520 plus 78, and the answer is 598 books. Okay, so this is the first way we can get the answer, and it is a longer way because we have to find additional books first, right? And then we find the total books sold on Tuesday. So there's another way, the alternative way here, right? It will save you one step because we don't have to find additional books first, then we find the total books. But you have to understand the concept first. So this is 100%, right? And additional 15%. Okay, so this is additional 50%, which means in total it is 115%. So to find the total books sold on Tuesday, we just need to take 100% plus 15% times 520, which is 115 over 100 times 520, and the result is 598 books. So in general, final value will be equals original value times 100% plus the increased percentage. So you can apply this formula if you see similar questions like this, so that you can skip finding additional amount of quantities, right? Increase in the final value. Then you find the total value, the total final value. Let's see one more example. Example 9. Lily, who takes a weight gain program, has a mass of 50 kilograms at the end of the program. If she gains weight by 25% since the beginning of the program, find her mass when she first taking the program. Right, so here's a solution. Let x to be the mass of at the beginning. So we apply the formula that we have discussed just now. So x times 100% plus 25% equals 50. Right, so what's the reason? Because here it mentioned that the weight increased by 25%. Right, so 100% will be the original value, then plus 25%, which is the amount increase here. Okay, then equals to 50, right? Times the x will be the original mass or the beginning mass. Then from here, we can solve this equation, right? plus 25% is 125%, right? X will be 50 over 125%. The 125% you can change to decimal, which is 1.25. So 50 over 1.25, and the answer is 40 kilograms. So to answer the question, Lily's mass was 40 kilograms when she first taking the program. So here's a quick trick that you can apply here. You can change the percentage to decimal so that it can allow us to calculate faster. Right, here is an example. Let's say increase by 20%, which means 100% plus 20%, and 100% is 1, 20% is 0.2. So total is 1.2. So the value after increase will be 1.2 times initial value. Okay, take note that 20% become 1.2. Right? One more example. If increased by 65%, so 65% will be 100% plus 65%, which is 1 plus 0.65, since 65% is 0.65. So the total is 1.65. Okay, the value after increase will be 1.65 times initial value. Okay, so again, one more time, increase by 65%. 65% becomes 1.65 for the increase case. After discussing percentage increase, let's talk about percentage decrease. When one quantity decreases its value from x to y, then decreased value will be x minus y, where x is greater than y. Right? Makes sense? Because the value decreases from x to y, so the x is greater than y. Therefore, to get the decreased value, usually we take the bigger value minus the smaller value, so x minus y. And the percentage the percentage decrease will be decreased value over original value times 100%, which is x minus y over x times 100%. Or we can rewrite the formula: percentage decrease equals original value minus final value over original value times 100%. Take note that if you get a negative percentage, for this case, it means that the quantity changed in the opposite direction, where the quantity actually increases instead of decreases. Right, after understand the concept percentage decrease, let's look at example 10. The mass of a candle is 240 grams. After burning some time, its mass drops to 185 grams. What is the percentage decrease of the mass of the candle? So here's a solution. First, we have to find the amount decrease, which is 240 minus 185, and we get 55 grams. So the percentage decrease will be 55 over 240 times 100%, which is 22 and 11 over 12%. So to answer the question, the mass of the candle decreases 22 and 11 over 12%. Let's see example 11, which is more frequently come out in exam, and also we frequently see similar situations in our daily lives. So here's the question. There were 1,540 visitors visited a zoo on Monday. On Tuesday, the number of visitors drops by 15%. How many visitors were there on Tuesday? So here's the solution. Again, similar with percentage increase, there are two methods we can use to answer this question. Here is the first method, right? The first step we need to do is to find the number of decreases on Tuesday, which is 1,540 times 15%. So 15% is 15 over 100, and the result is 231. Therefore, the second step is to find the number of visitors on Tuesday, which is 1,540 minus 231, because the number of visitors drops by 15%, right? So the answer is 1,309 visitors. So this is the first method. There are two steps to do. The first step is to find the number of decrease, then to find the number of visitors on Tuesday. So there's another way, or the alternative method, right? We can skip one step, which is to find the number of decrease first, right? So here's a concept. This is one whole, which is 100%. Okay, when it dropped by 15%, there's a remaining of 85%. So therefore, the number of visitors on Tuesday, we can directly find it, right, which is 100% minus 15% times 1,540. So which we get 85 over 100 times 1,540. And the answer is 1,309 visitors. So in general, the final value equals original value times 100% minus decrease percentage. Okay, let's see one more example, example 12, so that you are more familiar with the concept. Kelly, who takes a weight loss program, has a mass of 45 kilograms at the end of the program. If she loses weight by 25% since the beginning of the program, find her mass when she first taking the program. Okay, here's the solution. Let X to be the mass at the beginning. So the formula or the equation becomes X times 100% minus 25% equals 45, right? So as mentioned in the question, Kelly loses the weight by 25%. So the equation is 100% minus 25%. And the final mass is 45 kilograms, so equals to 45. Okay, the original mass is X times 100% minus 25% equals 45. Okay, then you solve this equation. 100% minus 25% is 75%. So X will be 45 over 75%, which is 75% is 0.75. And the answer is 60 kilograms. So to answer the question, Kelly's mass was 60 kilograms when she first taking the program. So here's a quick trick similar with percentage increase. We can change percentage to decimal, which allows us to calculate faster. So here's an example. It decreased by 20%, which means that 100% minus 20%. So 100% is 1, 20% is 0.2, so it's 0.8. Hence, the value after decrease will be 0.8 times initial value. Okay, so take note, 20% decreased by 20%, which becomes 0.8 times initial value. One more example, decreased by 65%. So it is 100% minus 65%, which is 1 minus 0.65. What? 65% is 0.65. So which is 0.35. The value after decrease will be 0.35 times initial value. Okay, so decrease by 75%. So the initial value multiplied with 0.35. Right, now percentage change in more generic form, whether it is percentage increase or percentage decrease, we use percentage change. So here's the formula for percentage change. Percentage change equals final value minus original value over original value times 100%. Alright, so before you go to example 12, right, do take note that this formula, it is actually exactly the same as percentage increase. Right, so what's the reason? Final value minus original value over original value, right? So this is the percentage increase. Okay, now why we want to use this? Because if we get a negative value, right, then it is percentage decrease. If we get a positive value, then it is percentage increase. Okay, now look at example 12 here to get a clearer picture. So find the percentage change when A, $34 changes to $56. B, 96 kilograms changes to 72 kilograms. Okay, so the solution here for A, just apply the percentage change formula, right? So the final value will be $56 and the original value will be $34. So it will be 56 minus 34 over 34 times 100%, and we get 64.7% to 3SF. So to answer the question, $34 increases by 64.7%. For B, again we apply the percentage change formula, right? So the 96 kilograms is the original value, 72 kilograms is the final value. So change from here to here. So it will be 74 minus 96 over 96 times 100%. Okay, the answer will be negative 22.9% to 3SF. Okay, it is a negative value. Then we know that it is a decreasing case. So to answer the question, 96 kilograms decreases by 22.9%. So take note here, right? When percentage change is positive, the quantity increases. On the opposite, right? When the percentage change is negative, the quantity decreases. Now let's talk about application of percentage. One of the applications which we frequently use in our daily lives is discount, right? So why is discount? When the selling price of an item is lower than the mark price, discount of an item is given. So let's see this case, right? This teddy bear. So the price is $120 and there's a discount of 20%. So what is the actual amount that you pay? $96. So this $120 is the mark price and this $96 is the selling price. So price this reduction, which means it is percentage decrease. So the selling price after discount is also called the discounted price. So this selling price is also called discounted price. So please take note of these terms because they might be stated in the question, then you understand what they mean. So this discount equals mark price minus discounted price. Percentage discount equals discount over mark price times 100%. Or more generally or more frequently used formula for percentage discount is mark price minus discounted price over mark price times 100%. So the discounted price equals mark price times 100% minus percentage discount. So we can use this formula to get the discounted price fast. Let's see example 13. The mark price of a laptop is $1,250. Stanley buys the laptop at a discount of 20%. How much does he pay for this purchase? So here's the solution. There are two methods we can use to solve this question. So the first method would be we find discount first, which is mark price times percentage discount. For this case, it is $1,250 times 20%. 20% is 0.2, which is $250. So the next step is to find the discounted price. It is mark price minus discount, which is $1,250 minus $250, and the answer is $1,000. So this is the first method. Or you can use the second method, which is shorter the steps. So we just apply this formula as I mentioned just now, right? We can get the discounted price faster by applying this formula, which is mark price times 100% minus percentage discount. So for this case, the mark price is $1,250. The percentage discount is 20%. So it will be 1,250 times 80%, which is 80% is 0.8, and the answer is $1,000. So to answer the question, Stanley pays $1,000 for this purchase. Example 14. The mark price of a table is $250. Roy buys the table at $215 after some discount. What is the percentage discount offered? So here's the solution. Again, there are two methods to solve this question. One is the longer method, another one is the shorter method. So the method one here, the longer method, discount is mark price minus selling price, which is 250 minus 215, and the discount is $35. So now we can find the percentage discount, which is discount over mark price times 100%. So discount is 35, mark price is 250, then times 100%, then the answer is 14%. Or you can use the shorter method, which is first we let X to be the percentage discount, and we apply this formula, discounted price equals mark price times 100% minus percentage discount. So then we apply the formula or the values inside here. Discounted price is 215 equals mark price is 250, then times 1 minus x. Then we solve this equation. 1 minus x equals 215 over 250. So x will be 1 minus 215 over 250. X is 0.14, which is 14%. Okay, one more example for discount. Example 15. A bicycle is sold at $168 after a 40% discount. A. How much is the mark price? B. If the bicycle is sold at 30% discount and then add a further 10% discount on the discounted price, will the selling price be the same? Okay, so again, there are two methods to answer this question. And over here, I only show the second method, which is the shorter method. Okay, for A, right? To find the mark price, just apply this formula, right? Discount equals mark price times 100% minus percentage discount. So it is 168 is the discounted price equals mark price times 100% minus 40%. So solve this equation. Mark price is 168 over 60%. 60% is 0.6, and the answer is $280. For B, selling price after 30% discount, right, equals 280 times 100% minus 30%. So selling price after further 10% discount, so equals, this is the first round of discount, $280 times 100% minus 30%, and multiply another 100% minus 10%. Okay, so this concept is called chain discount. So which means discount after discount. Okay, and we get the answer is $176.40. Now we compare the answers for A and B. The difference is 176.4 minus 168. The difference is $8.40. So the selling price is $8.40 more than the original selling price. All right, the next application of percentage that we want to talk about is GST. Whether you are aware or not aware about it, we have to pay GST. So in Singapore, we need to pay goods and services tax or GST on everything that we buy. Some countries have similar tax too and may have different name. Examples like value added tax, VAT. As of today, GST in Singapore is 7%. Okay, different countries has different tax rates. So if you are not in Singapore, you can check with your own country, right? What is the GST rate? So GST is charged at the total bill, which means adding extra dollars to pay. So this is percentage increase. So percentage increase applies. So the formula for GST is total bill times 7%. And the final bill will be total bill plus GST, which means total bill plus 0.07 times total bill. So the final bill with GST will be 1.07 times total bill. So this is a formula that you can calculate the final bill with GST fast. So now let's see this example here, right? This is the receipt that I think you receive after you make a payment. Usually you receive a receipt, right? So for this case, the total bill here is $72, right? With GST, so 72 times 0.07, which is $5.04. All right. Now the final bill will be 72 plus $5.04 and it is $77.04. Okay, so over here it is 77.05, maybe have been round up, so it's round by 1 cent. Or you can apply this quick formula. Final bill with GST is 1.07 times 72, which is $77.04. Next, I want to talk about service charge. Some restaurants charge service charge to their diners. As of today, most restaurants charge 10% of service charge. Hence, diners have to pay both GST and service charge. Service charge is charged at the total bill, adding extra dollar to pay, which means it is percentage increase applies. So this is how we calculate service charge. It is total bill times 10%, and the final bill will be total bill plus GST plus service charge. So which means that total bill plus 0.07 times total bill plus 0.1 times total bill. When you add everything together, the final bill with GST and service charge is 1.17 times total bill. Alright, so now let's look at this example. Okay, so from here, this is the receipt that we have. The total bill is $100. Okay, so now the GST is 7%. So $100 times 0.07, which is $7. Okay, which is written here. So it is 6.93, which is close to $7. Now the service charge is 10%. So $100 times 0.1, it is $10. Okay, so over here it written 10%, but somehow it is counted as $9. Okay, the final bill will be $100 plus $7 plus $10, and it is $117. Now, let's see examples related to GST and service charge. Example 16. A carpenter charges $120 for a carpentry job, given that the GST rate is 7%. Find A. The amount of GST charged. B. The total amount the customer has to pay him, inclusive of GST. Here is the solution. For A, GST charge is $120 times 7%, which is $8.40. So the amount of GST charge is $4.40. B, total amount will be $120 plus $8.40, which is $128.40. So the amount the customer has to pay him is $128.40. Example 17. Roger patronized a restaurant and the final bill that he has to pay is $111.15 inclusive of 7% GST and 10% of service charge. A. Find the total bill before GST and service charge. B. Calculate the GST and service charge that Roger has to pay. Here is the solution. For A, let X be total bill before GST and service charge. So we know that final bill equals total bill plus GST plus service charge. Therefore, the equation is X plus 0.07X plus 0.1X, which is 1.17X. Now, we know that the final bill is $111.15, and we solve this equation. X equals 111.15 over 1.17, and the X is $95. So the total bill before GST and service charge is $95. For B, so we have already known that the total bill is $95. So to calculate GST, just multiply with 7%, which is 95 times 0.07, and the value is $6.65. Service charge is $95 times 10%, which is 95 times 0.1, and the value is $9.50. So the GST is $6.65, and the service charge is $9.50. Myth and fact about GST and service charge. Here is the question. Service charge is not taxable. Is it true or false? The answer is false. The truth is, service charge is taxable. According to IRA's website, it mentioned that it is common for businesses in the hotel or food and beverage industry to impose a service charge, usually at 10% on their goods and services provided. The service charge is subject to GST as it is part of the price payable for the goods and services provided. The GST chargeable should be calculated based on the total price payable, inclusive of service charge. So, as you can see from the name, goods and services tax, it shows that the services that we pay must be taxed as well. Now, in our real life, you might see that some businesses, they don't charge GST on the service charge, like what we have discussed previously, right? Over here, this example. So they could have some reasons behind. Maybe many of us thought that service charge is not taxable, but it is not true. Another reason could be the calculation will be more complicated when we want to calculate the GST on the service charge. But at the end, the difference is not much. So the business is willing to absorb the GST on the service charge. We'll talk about more on the next slide. So in our previous discussion, when we calculate the final bill, we assume that there is no GST charge on the service charge. So this is the previous calculation. Service charge is total bill times 10%. The final bill will be just total bill plus GST plus service charge, where the service charge is just 0.1 times total bill, and the final bill with GST and service charge is 1.17 times total bill. Now, we have to modify this calculation with the assumption that service charge, we have to calculate GST as well. Now, service charge the same, which is total bill times 10%, and it can be written as 0.1 times total bill. So the total bill with service charge will be total bill plus service charge, which is total bill plus 0.1 times total bill, and simplify becomes 1.1 times total bill. So the GST will be the total bill with service charge times 7%, which is 1.1 times total bill times 0.07, and simplify we get 0.077 times total bill. Now, the final bill with GST and service charge will be total bill with service charge plus GST, which is 1.1 times total bill plus 0.077 times total bill. So it can be simplified with the final bill with GST and service charge equals 1.177 times total bill. So this is the fastest way to calculate the final bill with GST and service charge. Just multiply the total bill with 1.177. Now, let's see this real life example. So we have this receipt here with the total bill of $36.30. So the service charge will be 10%, which is, for this case, is $36.30 times 10%, and the value is $3.63. Now, we want to find the total bill with service charge. It is $36.30 plus $3.63, which is $39.93. Next, we move on to calculate the GST, which is the total bill with service charge times 7%. So for this case, it's $39.93 times 0.07, and the value is $2.80 to the nearest cent. So as stated here. Okay, and we can calculate the final bill with GST and service charge, which is $39.93 plus $2.80, and the answer is $42.73 as stated here. Or we can use the fast way to calculate the final bill with GST and service charge. Just multiply the magic number here, 1.177 with the total bill, which is $36.30, and we get $42.73 to the nearest cents. Okay, so I'm not going to give you more examples on this case, right? The GST on service charge, as actually service charge is not in the syllabus in O level, but you may see this quite frequently in uh, the real life. Okay, so especially when you see the receipt with service charge, right? Okay, you can notice if they charge you GST or not. All right, now we go to the last part of this lesson, percentage in a percentage. Let's consider this example. Company XYZ has 1,250 employees. 60% of the employees are male and the remaining are female. Among the male employees, 70% of them are married. How many male employees are married? So to understand this situation, we can use bar model, right? So given that there are 1,250 employees in this company, so this is our reference quantity. It is assumed to be 100%. Okay, 60% of them are male employees. So to calculate the male employees, it is just 1,250 times 0.6, and the answer is 750 male employees. Now we can redraw this bar model, 750 male employees, and this is the reference quantity now, and we get it as 100%. So 70% of them are married. Now to calculate male employees, it is 750 times 0.7, which is 525 married male employees. So 525 male employees are married. Let's look at example 18, which is the actual questions on subject code 4048, year 2020, paper 1, question 14. A water tank is 60% full. 16% of the water in the tank is used. There are now 378 liters of water in the tank. Calculate the capacity of the tank when full. 3 marks. Here's the solution. So we need to draw the bar model to understand the whole situation here. So we need to find the capacity of the tank, then I put a question mark here. So this quantity is used as the reference quantity, so it is assigned as 100%. Okay, it is 60% full with water. So this 60%, we can redraw a separate bar model as water in tank, and now it is used as the reference quantity, which is 100%. So in the question, 16% of the water is used. Remaining is 378 liters. So this is 84%. Now we can start to find the answer. We can use the ratio. Let X to be water in the tank. So the ratio is 84% to 378. 100% will be X. So we can form the equation 84 over 378 equals 100 over X. Then you solve this equation. X equals 378 over 84 times 100, which is 450 liters. So this is the water in the tank. Next, we let Y to be the capacity of the tank. So the ratio is 60% is 450. Okay, do take note that the water in the tank now is referred to the first bar model, 60% here. Right, so 60% is to 450, 100% is to Y. So we can form the equation 60 over 450 equals 100 over Y. Then we solve this equation, Y equals 450 over 60 times 100, and the Y is 750 liters. So the capacity of the tank is 750 liters when full. Alright, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Do you have any questions or thoughts to share? feel free to write it down in the comment area. I would love to hear from you. Do you like this video? Please don't forget to like it and share it to your friends. Until then, see you in the next video. Have a great day ahead.